Johnny six takes this morning. I had a practice one, and then another practice one, then another practice one, then another practice one, then one without cyberbullying, then one without taking the mickey. So good morning, my front wheel skids, Tottenham fans, Spurs fans. I've just been on X and seen an advert for, we'll call them the Spice Boys in the Spursosphere. We all know who I'm probably aiming this at. The title of the video was "Who's to blame for the division at Tottenham?" Let's break it down. Let's break it into what, because we're online, we call it the online division. Who do you think, as a viewer, is to blame for the toxicity of the online fan base? I've got my own thoughts on this, and you can probably read my mind. You're probably turning a fucking Gypsy Johnny Lee. You know what I mean? You probably can read my mind who I think's to blame for this. But who do you think's to blame for the online toxicity and just general overall ill health of Spurs on YouTube and X? We'll go, yeah, and X. Is it the flip-flop merchants, which they've now become? They've hated every single manager except they go on about Pochettino, when in reality, come on, one of the greatest managers that we've had in recent times was old Harry. You know what I mean? The football was lovely to watch. We've had some great games, the 4-4, and got us into the Champions League. Been some great times with Harry, but everyone goes on about a certain era. I've got my own opinions on why they talk about that certain era, but that's neither here nor there. And who's the most positive YouTube channels? Because I've done a couple of Johnny reviews trying to review positive channels. When I've gone back and watched another episode, they've not been so positive. They've all fed into this YouTube formula of yep, you can. But everyone falls into this YouTube trap of having to be dramatic, and you've got to say negative things and stuff like that. Now, I don't count myself as a YouTube content creator. Here's my studio, my fucking ass. You know what I mean? Here's my lighting effects, courtesy of the council. Lovely. But you know what I'm saying? Is it people like me that are toxic? Is it other channels that are toxic? Who's the most positive? Is it people like, do you think other people are positive? I'm going to put no names in your minds. Just fucking put them in the comments. I really want to know in the comments. We don't get a lot of comments. We sometimes get a lot of views. Just because I do a little social experiment with a title and a thumbnail, like the Katie Hopkins video, you nonces. I don't know why that got a lot of views, to be honest with you, because I wouldn't give her the time of day. There's another one that's run off out the country and wants to spout how British she is while living in another fucking country. Did you know that, boys and girls? Anyway, we won't get political, although we could do. I'm not feeling Spurs YouTube at the minute. Let me turn that light off, because it's doing my eyes in, bruv. Give me a fucking migraine. Got to put me willy-nillys on. And I feel like asking them people that was doing that show, asking them that question was very hypocritical, because sometimes I think to myself, they're to blame for a lot of the problems. That specific group of people are to blame for the toxicity on YouTube and within the clique with all their little friends. They're to blame for the toxicity. You know, I said it now. I'll stand by it, because I think they are to blame. A lot of them are absolutely terrible. Like I used to talk to a few content creators. They was doing their own thing until, say one of these channels picked up on them and thought, oh, we'll invite them on. And then they categorically went wonky. Went wonky. You know what I mean? They was doing this YouTube thing where YouTube says to you, advises you to collaborate. No, you don't have to collaborate. That's just advice. You know? Advice. Whether you take it or whether you don't. You might have forwarded your YouTube career for all of 5 minutes. You know, you might have got them extra 300 subscriptions you needed to reach the 1,000, or you might have nearer to 500, but you don't get the views out of it because no fucker's going to watch you. They just subscribe to you because their audience is parasocial. Whatever that content creator says on screen, you go and do. You know, so we've got a lot of sheep, Spurs sheep, in the pen at the minute on YouTube. And I think that's bad because Spurs fans never used to be like that. Spurs fans used to be critical, free thinking. Everyone else had a different opinion, didn't they? You know? No one's exactly the same in life. Everyone's unique. But on YouTube, everyone's got the same sort of, I don't know, same sort of personality. Like they all feel the need to protect their parasocial little content creators who they love so much. And it's a funny thing. It's a funny thing, YouTube, isn't it? Where you got it's like you're nearer to the grand than ITV and BBC would ever be with regards to listening to comments, reading comments, and being on the grand with the people that watch you. You know, in that respect, you can get a lot more what's going on. And with regard to that, the content creators do feed off that, being so near to the grand with you, because they know how to manipulate you then. They know how to weave the magic formula of getting the super chats in and everything else. Anyway, I've got a couple of jobs today that the wife's given me, so I've got to do them because I want the easy life, to be honest with you. You know, easy life. Was it happy wife, easy life, they say? Ain't the fucking truth, is it? Ain't the fucking truth. You can't do right from wrong, can you? You really can't do right from wrong sometimes. Anyway, have a good one. God bless. Hope Newcastle lose tonight, dramatically. I want Richarlison to score 2. I want Morani to score 2. I want Brennan Johnson to come on and score 1. What I want and what I get is 2 totally different fucking things, like anything else in this life, isn't it? You know what I mean? We're never going to get what we want. But we are in the middle of a rebuild. I've got to keep telling myself that because I can get negative, just like the rest of people. You know, I'm no saint. I can get negative. I can fume. You know, fucking several content creators will probably tell you that Johnny's not cracked up all he's cracked up to be, you know. Like if I phone him 5 minutes after a game, like Lou will tell you, hotspur will tell you, sometimes I will fume worse than the toxic people you get on YouTube. But it only lasts a little while because then I remember to myself, I'm a fucking Spurs fan. I love my Spurs. And I can't put them down in fucking Joe Public. You know, I have done. Don't get me wrong. I've been negative on some videos and I've been positive. I've been called, what was it he called me? The geezer called me bipolar something or other one day. And do you know what? At least I ain't a little screaming girl on the phone. You know what I'm saying? I phoned him up and give it. I didn't even give it. Didn't even have a chance to give it. I was listening to his screams when he went up to his mum's spare room. You know what I mean? I didn't realise he was a little girl. And he lived at home still. Screaming at me. Oh, those were the good old days, eh? Bit of passion underage. Good, chat, Danny boy. Anyway, have a good one. Take care. Love yous all. God bless. And yeah, put in the comments if you fucking gone this long on the video. You probably ain't. But who's the most positive and who's the most toxic in the YouTube fan base? Maybe we should have a poll or something, you know. they've got their little awards, their little pat on the back awards, haven't they, for content of the month and all this shit or whatever they call it. I can't even be bothered. I've done a little video about it and got a lot of criticism, and I don't give a fuck, because you know what, you can't they're just biased because they're all in the clique together. You can't give awards away when you're all in the same WhatsApp groups together, patting each other on the arsehole every time you've got a video out, putting the link in the WhatsApp group. Please watch. Fuck off. You know what I mean? Maybe we should get someone unbiased to do an awards for this year, eh? Who can I think? I've got a few people that I know that are YouTubers who don't even do football. Maybe they can do the awards for us, and they can do it fair. And that would be the unbiased awards instead of the biased awards. Anyway, take care. I'm waffling on. God bless. Yeah, sod you, Geordies. Going to have you like, anyway, baked potato.